Test, 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 test 1, 2, testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, test, test, test. See if this thing works. Oh, all right, let's see. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
Testing 1, 2.
All right, that seems to work.
Testing 1, 2. Test, test, test.
Good. Hey, Simon Williams, what's going on? Just taking a little break from recording, and I just had to do a quick test of this mixer setup here. Alright, let me know if you can hear the guitar okay. I'm sure you can hear it, but it's kind of weird because these headphones here, it sounds different than what I'm pushing out as far as the stream. So that's why I'm running a little test right here to... Hey, thanks. Yeah, Friedmans are pretty cool. So what I'm trying to figure out at this point, I just want to take... I was tracking all day, so I figured I want to take a little break from doing that, and I'm trying to work out these headphones. I might have to... The problem is I limited in as far as controlling the tones in the headphones. As far like right now, it sounds really thin, and adding bass to it through the headphones would add bass to the stream, and it's probably not... Sounds good. All right. Yeah, it probably wouldn't work out as good. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is run like an EQ or something that just come to my headphones, and then I can EQ whatever is coming to my headphones separately, and that would probably work a lot better. Hey Ben, what's going on? Mitch Heyman's in here too. Cool. I'm just jumping in for maybe 30 minutes or so, just so I can run a quick test through and then listen back to it and see if I've got my stuff figured out with these. These headphones are really cool. Like, by the way, they're all wireless, and they're in-ears, they're professional in-ears, but you can buy different headsets for like the same system, or you can buy some from different companies that sound better. So I'm testing a few different sets out right now, and these ones sound pretty good. They're just a little thin as far as like the sound that I've got set up here, which is the sound that I use to track and everything, and it sounds great. But with the they're not wireless earbuds. They basically have a pack. It's like when you play a concert or something and you have an in-ear system, it's the same thing. So I've got like a little receiver that's hooked up into my board, into the auxiliary channel, and then I can control what I send to these and then mix it properly so that, you know, I only use it for this type of thing here when I'm doing live streams. When I'm doing recording or whatever, if I'm using headphones at all, I'm using the professional like wired ones here, just because it's a fuller sound. But for this type of thing, if I'm just doing a demo or a live stream or something, I like these a lot better. But I've got to figure a way that I can EQ them a lot better, because I don't know, they sound a little thin to me, and the guitar sounds thin in it as well. Dave R, how's it going? Checked out, I checked out your stream yesterday. It was pretty cool. I didn't realize you were doing streaming, but that's awesome. Bam, what's going on? See, Bam, I came on a little early just for you. Just a quick, not a long stream today, just a quick 30-minute thing. Just to test some stuff out here. Janice, how's it going? Janice is busy. I always see her doing stuff, and on Facebook I saw some pictures of her playing live, and so she's a busy person. Let me see if I can put music through these headphones and it'll come through the stream. You guys let me know if it sounds shitty or if it sounds decent enough to carry on with this particular setup, because if it doesn't, I've got to figure some new things out. I have no idea what to play. What's this? Nah. Nah. I have no idea. I'd like to play something different than blues, but that's all I got for loops. Unless I can find, what's this thing? I don't know if that's gonna make a proper mix. Let me try to see if this is gonna work. Guitar sounds loud. All right, I think the backing track needs to go up. Let me see. I can turn that up from here. And I can turn down guitar a little bit. Okay, I think the backing track might have been a little low on that. In the headphones, it sounds that way as well. So let me do a quick adjustment here. I'll have to turn that guitar down a bit more here. All right. I don't know if that'll work. You guys hear me, right? Yeah. And if I do, let me just do. Test 1 2, testing 1 2. There we go. All right, you guys still here? All right, cool, cool. Gary Holt's in here too. Wow, look at Gary. Quentin, stop putting friggin' needle pictures online, buddy. That freaked me right out the other day when I went on your Facebook. You had me tagged in a picture, and I forgot. I always remember when you tag me in something, it's probably not good for me, but I forgot and I pressed on it and oh my God. Anyway, check out Quentin's Facebook if you like needles. Okay, I'm just checking something out here. 92 degrees here and working in my garage, Gary says. Lucky you. It's raining and cold today here, but anything just as long as it doesn't have a dust for it. All right, let me go back here. I'll try something else and see if it balanced out the levels with that quick adjustment. I just don't know what to play. I'm like, there's only so many things you can do with loops. And every loop I play is a different setting, so it might be like, I don't know. Was that a better mix or a better balance? Let me know. What have we got? Landon's in the house. What else we got in here today? Sounds good while cutting veggies. That's always a good sign. It's my cutting veggies song. Let me put some reverb on there. I don't even have any reverb or anything on there. And I can even put some delay on there. That'll sound fun. Yeah, it's too much. What do we got? Okay. It says, sounds good there. It's Friday. How much better could it get, with the exception it's not 4:30 yet? It's almost 4:30. I don't have my watch on, but it's 4:12. How's that? It's getting there, folks. It's getting there. Yeah, sounds good. Was jamming to that too. Almost 4:20. Much better. Track come up. Track would come up a bit, or guitar down just a bit. Just a bit. Bitch. Yeah. Hold on. Let me bring down the guitar a bit more on the mix. Anyway, let me see. Aux is right here. Bring the aux down. All right, that sounds okay in my headphones. I still got to figure something out with these headphones though. I think I'm going to put an EQ pedal in between my mixer and the headphone receiver, and then I can set the EQ just for these headphones. Then I'll probably be in a better position, I think. I'm reading the chat on my iPad here, so I'm not ignoring you by no means. I'm just kind of trying to see what you guys are up to here. Ben says, just heard back from Rich, he's doing better and we're getting together tomorrow. Good stuff, Ben. That's good. Glad you guys can start thinking of what's next as far as your music. Not sure what exactly happened, but you'll let us know if you wish to do that. And yeah, if you and your buddy Rich can get together and start, you know, playing music again, and you'll find other musicians and start it all up again, and it'll be good. James Severance, what's going on? Danny Allen's in here. Iron Maiden, yes, that was Number of the Beast. Sure, I'll get a copyright for that, even if I just played half a verse. Cool. All right. Let me try another mix and see if that improves stuff. Keep giving me feedback in there. Let me know if it's what is this? All right, I'll try this. All right, well, how was that? Was that better? Okay, cool. All right. Sounded okay in my headphones as far as the mix, but you guys let me know if the music is not loud enough or the guitar is too loud or what the deal is. Let's see. There's friction between the two. Oh, I think, okay, I missed something there, but I'll go back. Quit. All right, I'm just gonna go down there. Sounded good, okay. Happy Friday, yeah. Sounds good, Bam. Good, all right, well, all right. At least I know where my levels need to be now. And if I can always get it at that point, I think I'll be all right. I just gotta figure a way to get these headphones to sound good, which I think I can do with an EQ pedal. I've got an EQ pedal in my pedal board, but I want to keep it in my pedal board. That's for the guitar. So I might borrow one or something and try to do the whole headphone thing that I'm trying to do. Gussie Wells, what's going on? It's Friedman Friday. Yeah, that's a new thing. We should do that. Friedman Friday. I should, let's go to the clean channel on this guitar. Yeah, this guitar sounds really good clean. Well, they all sound good clean, actually. I like my R9 clean sounds on that neck pickup. It's really nice. But that Skinner stuff sounds pretty good on a Strat too, even though they do a lot of their stuff with Les Pauls and Explorer, but they always have a Strat in the mix. Cool. All right. Simple Man, yeah, this one was Tuesdays Gone, but Simple Man was the one I played before that. Pickups sound nice. What's in there? Well, these are the Friedman pickups, the ones that Friedman makes. They make their own pickups, and it's got a humbucker and 2 single coils, and they're made by Friedman. I guess Dave and Grover Jackson designed them. They're really good because I've got another Friedman guitar right there, and it's the Tele, the P90 version, and their P90 they're really, really good. I know a lot of guys that have actually taken the Friedman P90 pickups and replaced the Gibson ones. Like if you buy a Gibson with P90s, they've taken those P90s out and put the Friedmans in because they're really good, and they're not. I'm not going to say they're quiet, but they're more quiet than any other P90 that I've tried in the past. and they sound really good. Like so I know a lot of guys buy just the pickups even and replace them. And if you want a P90 guitar and you want a really good set of P90 pickups, check out the Friedman pickups are really good. The other pickups that I tried, well, I didn't try the pickups, I tried the whole guitar, was the Pete Thorne SMEER pickups. And I tried his signature model, and I tried him in a Telly as well, the Andy Wood model. And man, those things sounded really good. So that's another pickup that if you're looking to do any changes to a guitar that you have and you're not happy with the pickups, definitely check out Friedman pickups. You're not going to go wrong there. And the SMEER pickups, the one that I've tried is the Pete Thorne ones. So I would recommend that for sure. Let me see. Did I miss anything? That R9 is killer. I'm going to try to find one at the Dallas Guitar Show. Landon said, yeah, if you can find a guitar, an R9, obviously new, they're just crazy expensive. But if you can find a used one and get a good deal on it, man, it's been the guitar. Well, since I've had it, I probably played out of all the, well, I've got 6 guitars in here, and I make a point of playing them all, you know, and but since I've got that R9, I'd say 95% of my playing in the last 2 weeks have been using the R9, because it's that good. It really is. It's spectacular sounding guitar, and it feels, well, for me anyway, that neck is exactly my comfort zone. So I really like it a lot. So if you can find one at a decent price and it's the color you like and you play it and it feels perfect, because even like I've tried probably about maybe 10 R9s, and I like them all, but there's definitely sometimes very different, like they're a little bit different here and there. So you definitely, if you're buying a guitar of that type, probably not something I'd order online and just get it and hope for the best. Something you want to try and you want to, you know, have a feel for it. But yeah, if you can find one at the guitar show and it's a good price, man, Jesus, it's an awesome guitar. Simon says, how do they compare to the Fender Strat pickups? I like them a lot more. And the Friedman guitars, to me, because I had a Fender Telly, and when I tried the Friedman Telly, it blew it away. And so I actually ended up trading my Fender Telly, and I got that Friedman Telly with the P90s. And I had another guy, I had a guy that wanted to trade for one of my I had a Les Paul that was the semi-hollow version, the ES, I believe. And I wasn't really playing it that much, and you know, those things hold their value really well. And he had a SMEER Telly, and that's what I've got, another Telly up there, which is a standard Telly setup with, you know, the same types of pickups and everything, but they're SMEER pickups. And so I did a trade for trade on that one. So those are the 2 Tellys that I have. But as far as Strats and things, I've been looking for a Strat for a long time. One of the issues I had with, not that I mind Fender Strats, I like they play great and everything, but it's where that volume knob is. This one, if you notice, like it's hard to tell, I guess, with the light here, but this volume knob is pushed a little further from the pickup. It's not right up against it, and the way I play, where my hand sits, it's more comfortable. But not only that, you know, because of that, I was looking at other versions of Strats. I tried SMEERs, I tried these, I tried a few different other versions of Strats, because I knew I needed a Strat in the studio for what I was trying to do. But when I tried these, it was like, even if that knob would have been the same as a Fender, this blows away the Fender Strats that I tried. And this is, you know, custom shop quality. The neck and everything is just, for me anyway, this is my opinion. It's not something that's everybody's going to feel when they pick up this guitar, but for me it was a real difference. So, but as far as how they compare to the Fender pickups, I haven't really spent a lot of time with a Fender Strat, just like I said, because of where that volume knob is. I could never really play them, so I never spent a lot of time with them to be able to tell you how this compares to a Strat, Fender pickup wise. But everything I've read and spoke and heard other people say that have these guitars and have regular Strats, they all like these pickups more. There's just something different about them, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have enough experience with the Strat pickups to tell you. But everybody I've spoken to, and in my experience with this guitar, they're like, the pickups are amazing. Because he says, my guest Friedman makes good, yeah, they make great stuff. So you can't really go wrong. I would just say try the stuff before. Obviously it's not for everybody. Like the guitar necks are specific, you know, they are a little bigger than a, well, the Strats that I've tried anyway. They're not like Ibanez's and stuff like that. They're more keen to being a thicker neck, like a Les Paul, which is what I like. So that's why I like the 59 Les Paul and the traditional Les Paul that way, because of the neck. I like my SG a lot, but the neck is a lot thinner than these things and my Les Pauls. But yeah, they're all, you know, it's a preference thing as well, right? Not that anything is better than something else. For me, this is what I chose because it felt better than anything else I was trying. But not to say those other things aren't good. I'm sure they're great. Let me go in here and make sure. If you got any questions, I'm gonna probably just go another 10 minutes. I wasn't really planning to do a live stream. I was just trying to get all these sounds and mixer set up and these headphones specifically to try to get that dialed in. I was doing tracking all day, like I was recording some originals, and I had to redo a track that I had started recording before I went to Vegas a few weeks ago, and I had recorded it using the Mesa amp and stuff. So I redid all the guitars on that track with using the Friedman, and I like it better. It's just a thicker, nicer sound, and it's more like you can hear the notes dynamics a lot more. It's less saturated. So that's what I was doing today. But it's a long process, man, when you're recording, because I record. Well, for this song, I've got 4 guitar tracks on there, and basically when I say 4 guitar tracks, it's really 2 guitar tracks. But what I do with my guitars is I split them. So I'll track one with this guitar, and I'll pan one track left, and I'll do another track. I'll record the same thing, but I'll pan it left to kind of give you that nice thick sound. Then I take the Les Paul and I record a separate track from that. Change my sound a little bit so that, you know, they're not in the same frequency range, so that it really fills in that tonal range. But I still have to do another 2 tracks, one left, one right, basically with the Les Paul. So, you know, it depends. If you get them, you know, where you're happy, then you can do a few passes and you're good. But for some reason today I was screwing up here and there, and instead of punching in at the points that I was screwing up, which I do a lot as well, just save some time. Today I was just, if I screwed up, I would start again, and I would try to get all the way through the track without any screw ups. And I managed to do that, but it was a longer process. And the reason I guess I was doing that today was because I hadn't played the song in a while, and I just wanted to get way more familiar, because when I start tracking the lead tracks and the solo, I want it really ingrained in my head as far as the parts and the dynamics and some of the different chordal structures that I'm trying to put into the song. So I'm probably going to do another track of guitars, lead as well, and then I've got to record the bass, and then I set up my drum track. Like right now I've got a standard drum track that runs along the whole song. It's just the same beat, so it just keeps my timing, so I can record all my tracks, and then I go back in and I do my drums properly. So I put in my accents and rolls and, you know, the bridge and the chorus and all that stuff. But yeah, it's a long process, but it's fun. I enjoy it. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a fun process. But man, after you spent 4 hours of tracking and stuff, you got to take a break and do something different, and then come back to it. Cool. All right. I might have missed some of your questions. I'm sorry if I did. I'm just kind of scrolling through quickly here. Like I said, this wasn't really a planned thing, or, you know, something like that. James Severin says, buy mine, Brian. I don't know what you mean. Buy what? I'm not sure what you're asking me to buy. Is it Joe Hervey, 84. I got to get up a warm up a cup. And my dog is sleeping on me, guitar in my hands. I need to say, yeah, you need a maid. You need somebody to come over and give you what you need. Yeah, your dog. Yeah, I love dogs, man. I don't have one, and I wish I had one. But the problem is that we don't have any kids. It's just me and my wife here, and if we work and stuff, and I don't like leaving a dog alone, for long periods of time. So if we're both at work, if I'm at the studio at work and she's at her, her job, and we're gone for 8-9 hours a day, it's not, I can't just leave a dog alone like that. So if I could bring my dog with me to work, that'd be awesome. Maybe someday, I don't know. But I love dogs. Every time me and my wife see dogs and stuff, we're all over them, and they know that we like them, so they're really, really great. Okay, I'm just getting down. Cool guitar, James. David Ennis, what's going on? I tried about 100 strats before I picked my favorite. Yeah, and that's usually the case with all guitars, I find. That's the way I am. Well, on the rare occasion I get into a music store and I'm just kind of browsing around, and I just pick up guitars off the wall just for something to do and kill some time, and I want to try something I haven't tried. And sometimes I'll play something and I'll bond with it pretty quickly, and I'm like, holy shit, But if I bought everything, if I tried to buy everything that happened to, I'd be like in big trouble. So, but I usually, like, if I'm looking, or if I'm in the market for a guitar, like when I was for this, I knew I was looking for a Strat, so I go out and I try everything. I tried SMEERs, I tried multiple versions of SMEERs, I tried multiple versions of even these ones, and then Fenders as well. And then I find, something that kind of resonates with me, and, I kind of narrow things down and get to a point where, I hope to pick the right guitar for me. Because it's kind of part of, a part of you, like as a musician, to get that right instrument, because you're going to feel a lot better playing it. It's going to inspire you to play. I find that, I get into what I'm doing a lot more. And as I've getting back into music, like I said, only about 1.5 years ago, it's been kind of a journey to try to find these instruments that were going to, resonate with me and help me along the way. So yeah, you got to try different things. It's not always the first one you try that you're going to pick. James Severin says, I'm a Gibson junkie. Yeah, I if you had to ask me like which guitar I prefer more, like you do like Fender styles, Gibson styles, whatever, I would definitely, I'm a Les Paul guy. Like if that was my only choice of guitar, you said, out of anything in the world, you're only allowed to have one guitar, it would be a Les Paul for me. That's just what I seem to gravitate to more. That's what inspires me the most. That's what I feel more comfortable playing. And there's nothing against everything else. Like I love SGs, I love Tellys, I love Strats and stuff. But if you said I can only have one, that's the one for me, I think. Not that I think, I know. Same, okay. Dale says, I guess I'm happy. I'm happy with my guitars as long as they keep working and enjoy playing them. Yeah, and that's the bottom line. If you enjoy you enjoy playing them, they make you happy. That's all. It doesn't matter what you're playing, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of what you're playing. A lot of people go around life and they do things because of what other people think, or what other people, what they like or whatever, and they kind of forget that you're your own person, you're your own individual. Don't live your life for what other people think you should like because they like it or whatever, if that makes any sense. Even you might like some freaky looking guitar and it's like, oh, I could never play that. People are gonna, say this, and don't ever think that way. Be who you are and just play what you like, and don't worry if it's a $100 guitar. If it's a $2,000 guitar, don't even worry about it. There we go. I'm going to show that. I don't know why that said hide the comment, but I showed it anyway. I don't know what that. PRSs are nice too. I have no problem with PRSs. I think they make awesome stuff. But for me, you know, if I had unlimited resources and I could have all the guitars that I wanted, I obviously would have a couple of PRSs. But right now, my choices are, you know, limited to what I have, which I have, you know, plenty, and I'm happy with what I have. But if I had to go buy a guitar and I had, let's say, $3,000 budget, I would tend to go towards the things that I really bond with more than anything, which are, you know, Les Pauls and those types of instruments, more than a PRS for me. But yeah, I've played PRSs that are just amazing. There's nothing, you know, bad to say about them. They're just, every individual, like I said earlier, it's you have your own thing, and what you're drawn to is different sometimes than what somebody else is. But they're all good. Yeah, Harley Benton. I don't know too much about them. I'm sure they make a good guitar. They're the value, you can't beat them value wise. I think that, you know, for the money, when I was a kid, if Harley Benton was around at that point and I could buy a guitar of that quality for that little, you know, money, that would have been really good, because some of the guitars that I bought as a kid, I remember my first guitar ever was I think it was a Hondo, I think it was called, and it was a Strat kind of copy. It was white, had a black pick guard, and I had taped it up to kind of look like Eddie Van Halen's guitar. But the thing, like, as a kid and you're just starting, you don't know, like, okay, the action's really bad, the neck is probably bowed. You're just playing, you're just excited to have a guitar, and by the time you start to play a little bit and start to get better, or try a really good guitar at the store, and then you go back to your guitar and you really feel the difference, that's when you really notice. But today, I think when you're buying a guitar that's, you know, cheaper as far as money-wise, you try it. Sometimes they play awesome, you know, and they're not bad at all. So I think people are very lucky today with what we have as far as gear and choice. You have everything for every budget. Hey, there we go. Jamal's in here. Fenders and Gibsons are all I want or need. Yeah, I think there's some guys that are just really traditional, and they stick to those things. I've never been an Ibanez guy, and I know a lot of guys love Ibanez's, and they never did anything for me. I tried some, I just didn't have anything for me. All right, so I'm gonna do one more track, and then I'm gonna call it, just to make sure that this thing is all good as far as the mix. What do we got? Rocking Gold Blues or Son of a Gun? What is this? What's Son of a Gun? There. Okay. Cool. Oh, well, my mic was on. I didn't even know my mic was on. So you probably heard a lot of picking noise. All right, so that's going to be it for me right now, I think. Let me just have a look. Let me know if that was mixed properly anyway, because that's really what I wanted to do here. You guys talking about guitars sounds great. Okay, so the mix was okay, right? So the track was loud enough, the guitar was mixing well inside of the track. That's really what I'm trying to get the best experience, because I guess the plan is moving forward, as well as I record some original music, is to play some of that original music in various stages of creation. So, you know, here's the song I worked on today a little bit, and here's the verse that I'm working on, but in order to do that well and play along with it, I want the mix to come across through the mixer and everything else set up properly. Picking sounds are all right. Yeah, because I've got a little switch here on the floor that I can shut this mic, and that's when I play guitar, it's way better to shut the mic, obviously, because you don't hear all that stuff, right? Sounded great to you? All right, good. That's awesome, guys. Thank you guys for jumping in today. And again, Monday night, 7 o'clock, got regular show. I might go live again this weekend, probably later at night, as I'm tweaking stuff and getting stuff figured out, and I want to go get an EQ and try to run the EQ into these headphones so I can set the headphones in their own separate mix and kind of figure all that fun stuff out. There's always something to do when you're working in building a studio environment, that you can do video, live streaming, music recording, songwriting, web design, graphic design, photography. Like, it's a all-encompassing space for me that I'm trying to make it as efficient as possible with the tools that I've got in here. Because it's one thing to have all the tools, but every time you have to do something, if you've got to unplug and plug this and move this and change that, you're more likely not to do that, right? And that's what I'm trying to avoid, is to really streamline the space with the tools I have in here. So all I have to do is come in here and hit a few switches, and I'm up and running. If I want to do a live stream, if I want to do some stuff on the computer, if I want to record, if I want to play through my amp or just jam or whatever, it's all set up in a way that's efficient, and that's the goal. So thank you for jumping in, and we will talk to you soon. Like I said, Monday night at 7 o'clock. That's usually my regular streaming time. And if I go live, as I did today, you'll probably get a notification or something, and jump on in and we'll have some fun. All right? So take care, and I will talk to you soon.